Welcome, KSLU law students. Right? Let's get straight into it. Today, we're going to completely dissect a highly anticipated 16-mark university question: the powers and functions of the Election Commission of India. Now, pay utmost attention here, because how you structure this exact answer determines whether you secure average marks or absolutely top the evaluator's list.
Your synopsis for this answer must contain these exact 5 headings. 1. Introduction. 2. Composition. 3. Powers and functions. 4. Landmark case laws. And 5. Importance and conclusion.
Moving to heading number 1. 1. Introduction. Constitutional authority. Article 324. The constitutional provision providing for an independent election commission of India responsible for ensuring free, fair, and impartial elections, which are the foundation of democracy. Listen to me carefully, students. I instruct you to explicitly underline Article 324 with your pen in the exam hall. If you fail to mention this supreme source of power in the first 2 sentences of your introduction, you will straight away lose crucial marks.
Next up, 2. Composition, anatomy of the commission.
The commission consists of the Chief Election Commissioner, the CEC, and other election commissioners. They are appointed by the President of India, and crucially, they enjoy security of tenure to ensure independence. Now, why do I stress this? Elaborating on this security of tenure and appointment by the President is absolutely vital for your exam. It proves to the examiner that you truly understand institutional independence. The executive branch cannot simply remove them on a whim, you see. It acts as a constitutional shield, ensuring they can conduct elections fearlessly. Moving on to the core of the 16 marks. 3. Powers and functions, operational scope. Your first 3 points are: 1. Superintendence of elections, spanning Parliament, state legislatures, the President, and the Vice President. 2. Conduct of elections, ensuring free and fair voting. 3. Preparation of electoral rolls, updating lists of eligible citizens. I want to strictly emphasize point number 1 here. The word superintendence uniquely covers both parliamentary and presidential elections. Make absolutely sure you explicitly write President and Vice President on your answer sheet to display the sweeping operational scope of the commission. Look at how this flows logically. Step 1, preparation of electoral rolls, which leads right into Step 2, conduct of elections, and all of this operates entirely under Step 3, overall superintendence. It is crucial to understand and to explain to the evaluator the logical sequence of these constitutional actions. Preparing the voter lists in Step 1 seamlessly flows into physically conducting the massive voting process, and the whole shebang occurs under the supreme, watchful supervision of the Commission. Write it sequentially like this to show absolute clarity of thought. Points 4 through 7 are as follows. 4. Recognition of political parties and allotting symbols. 5. Enforcing the Model Code of Conduct to prevent misuse of power. 6. Delimitation of constituencies alongside the Delimitation Commission. And 7. Advisory role to the President or Governor on disqualification. Now, deliberately dissect point number 5 in your paper, explaining that the Model Code of Conduct legally prevents the ruling party from using official state machinery for campaigning, from having an unfair electoral advantage. Well, that creates a highly scoring point for your KSLU evaluator. You must differentiate these specific powers clearly. In fact, I highly recommend you recreate a table exactly like this in your exam. On the left side, list quasi-judicial functions, settling disputes related to election symbols and settling disputes on political party recognition. On the right, list the power to countermand elections, the power to cancel or postpone elections, invoked in cases of malpractice, violence, or rigging. This layout perfectly contrasts their regular dispute settlement duties from their extreme mandate to outright cancel compromised elections. All right, pay utmost attention now. 4. Landmark case law breakdown. Simply listing functions, that fetches average marks. Binding legal precedents, that secures top marks. Our first vital case is Mohinder Gill v. Chief Election Commissioner. I firmly instruct you to put this exact case name in a neat, separate box and strictly underline it with a pencil. The KSLU evaluator cannot possibly miss it when grading your 16-mark answer. The Supreme Court held, and I quote exactly, "The Election Commission has wide and plenary powers under Article 324. It can take necessary steps to ensure free and fair elections, even in absence of specific law." Let us deliberately dissect this ratio decidendi. The brief background facts here involved the sudden cancellation of a poll in a constituency due to mob violence and ballot rigging. The absolute key legal term here is plenary powers. You must explain in your paper that plenary powers are absolute.
This is relevant because it establishes that the Election Commission can act even when there is a legislative vacuum. If Parliament hasn't enacted a specific law for some unforeseen electoral crisis, the ECI doesn't just sit back helpless. No, it steps in forcefully under Article 324 to save the democratic process. The second critical citation you must write is T.N. Seshan v. Union of India. Once again, I am reminding you, write this down clearly, draw a firm box around it, and underline the case name to instantly capture the examiner's eye.
The definitive ruling is clear. The court upheld the validity of a multi-member election commission. It clarified that the CEC is not superior to other election commissioners, ensuring collective functioning and independence. Let's look at the deep background facts. T.N. Seshan, the very assertive then chief election commissioner, famously clashed with the central government. In response, the government passed an ordinance converting the ECI from a single member to a multi-member body. The Supreme Court upheld this, laying down the ratio decidendi that the CEC is merely the first among equals. In your exam, you must detail exactly why this is relevant. Proving the CEC is not superior to the other commissioners guarantees true institutional independence. It legally prevents any single individual from acting arbitrarily, strictly ensuring collective democratic decision-making within the commission itself.
Finally, bringing it all together. 5. Importance and conclusion.
Never leave a long-form answer hanging. Conclude by stating that the Commission ensures free and fair elections, protects democratic values, and maintains transparency and credibility in the electoral process. Using specific academic keywords like transparency and credibility aligns perfectly with the university's strict scheme of evaluation. Mark my words, KSLU evaluators actively look for these exact foundational terms to award those final critical marks.
I want to end today's class by posing a provocative final question, which you should deeply consider as you revise your notes. How does the rigorous exercise of Article 324 ultimately ensure that citizens can exercise the right to vote freely? Well, the answer lies in everything we've dissected today. The Election Commission's massive structural integrity, from its secure constitutional composition right down to its plenary powers in a legislative vacuum, is the supreme mechanism maintaining an effective democracy in India. Study these structural headings, memorize the case laws, format your answers cleanly with those boxes and underlines, and you will undoubtedly excel in your examination. Best of luck with your studies.